All right, it looks like we're ready to go with the Legend of Zelda low percent race between Eunos, beeteas, and LackAttack. So we're going to kick things over to them. Best of luck, everybody.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do the quick introductions. Darkwing Duck.
RT Drone.
Jake Hopper.
Jam Evil.
And acting as our spirit animal, well, spirit fruit in our case here, we have Cantaloupe. He can't be here, so he's here in spirit and fruit form.
And lovely fragrance.
And lovely fragrance. Looks just like him, too. So one quick thing before we get started with this run. 5 years ago, I did a challenge run. It was a 5-heart run. And the reason I did a 5-heart run was that I did not want to do low percent. Guess what these guys are doing? And Jay, you were going to...
It just talks, or it speaks to really how far this community has come, that not only do we have one person that feels confident to do this run at a GDQ, but we have 3. Well, confident might be too strong.
They're okay to be sacrificial lambs.
And who are these lovely people?
Oh, yeah, okay. On your right, we have BT. 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 Raise your hand. This guy.
That one.
In the middle, we have the brains of the operation, Eunos. And on your left, our right, we have the golden boy, LackAttack24. Oh, he's the one that says hi. See, you're about 2 minutes too late, BT. All right, so I guess it's about time we get started, huh? So are you guys ready? Sure? All right. So, all right. Let's start from 5, because, you know, that's a nice, easy one. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, what an even start. So what can we say about low percent? First off, there's going to be a lot of drama in this. So we're definitely accepting oohs and ahs during this, because these guys are doing the exact same thing, and they're actually doing the run. So it starts out the same as any percent. And these guys are going to be doing a ton of different routes. They don't even know what route they're doing sometimes, because there's a lot of backups and improvisation that they have to do based on their rupee counts, bomb counts, whether or not they actually succeed in not dying in low percent, because the definition of low percent is we're not getting any heart containers. So we're beating the game with 3 hearts. And what that means is that you can't get any extra swords. The reason I did 5 hearts is that I was able to get the white sword, which is a sword upgrade. They don't have that option. And we can see a route divergence already. We have a few people doing the upper route, and then we have BT doing the lower route here, which gives them an early bomb drop there. Jake Hopper is going to be talking a lot about the routing choices they make. So what's the difference in between upper and lower route?
Well, you get an extra key at the top here, so that's something that it works well with this category because they're allowed to up and A at the raft here. A lot of Zelda 1 categories do not allow up and A. You're going to see them doing this up and A a lot. You press start on controller 1, then up and A on controller 2, and it's like an instant death warp.
BT here is actually going to be the one not doing any up A, so he's going to be using one controller throughout. He's not going to be... Well, he doesn't even have a second controller plugged in.
No, he's actually already done an up and A.
He did up and A?
He's going to be doing minimal up and A, let's say.
All right, he cheated me.
Yeah.
All right.
The nice thing about not doing an up and A in level 3 here is that you get a really comfortable Manhandla spawn. Manhandla, the first boss of the game, is something that can ruin any run of any category just about.
Yes.
But so, hopefully it's not a problem for these guys.
Eunos first. Lack second. Success for Eunos. Success for Lack. And BT gets the upper spawn, which being a huge jerk.
Wow.
Oh, so close. Nice,
right,
nice. That is the first huge barrier in any marathon run is getting past Matt Hanlon.
And not picking up that first heart.
And not picking up that first heart. Yeah, I'm so used to any percent that I'm watching them. It's like, why aren't you getting a heart?
Even right away here is going to make a difference because I think a lot of people are intimidated by doing level 4 early and having to do this Gleeok at the end of this level with just 4 hearts in the wood sword. Most high-end runners of this game aren't that worried about it.
Yeah.
But even taking away 1 heart can make a big difference.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a layer of safety that's missing.
And what these guys are going to be doing a ton of counting. The drop counters in this game are really important for low percent. Like one of the top things. Drone is like the pro when it comes to count. So what are they doing? Like we have BT with 3 bombs and Eunos with 7, Lack with 6. How does that affect how you're doing level 4?
You really just want to get bombs. I don't know if 3 versus 6 makes a big difference. You're just trying to get to 10 and killing the 10th enemy with a bomb. And that'll give you a bomb drop.
And that's a mechanic that's we'll be manipulating it throughout. If you get hit by anything, including a bubble, even if you don't take damage, you're considered to lose your count, and you're back to 0 on the consecutive counter. The top level runners are so good that we often know where we are in the other count, the drop counter. In this game, there's 10 possible drops that an enemy that drops an item can have. And it cycles every time you kill it, it increments 1, and then when it gets to 10, it reverts back to 0 and starts again. So there's several items that drop that are only one-time items, like the stopwatch or clock. If you get it if you kill a certain enemy and you see a stopwatch, you know you're at in the count, so you can manipulate when you can get maybe a bomb drop or a heart drop or a fairy drop randomly. It's not as useful early on, but later on, knowing exactly where you are is a great help. All right, we have 2 Gleeoks right now. We're also going to see a lot of, we call them saver strats. Crystal Saver, one of the runners in the community, started using these strats pretty heavily. It's using the select button on your controller. This actually does not send you into a menu. It actually pauses the game, which gives you an extra, you can pause it for however long you want, and you can be able to read. And it's, yeah, great. That's definitely worth a clap there.
So you're noticing some big route divergences right here. What you're seeing Eunos do is he saved and then paused the game, or not paused, but reset the game, the console, to go back to the start, because the RNG cycles from the very start of the game once you power on the console. And he knows by looking at what the Tektites are doing, what frame he's on when he reaches the money-making game there, and he grabs that rupee there, knowing that he's going to get the plus 50. And then he went and did another one just for the heck of it, I guess. He really needed the plus 50 for the candle, but he's going to be using that money a lot later.
So it looks like he'll be behind, but he has an early candle. That's where the divergence happens. Now, level 1 is a pretty simple, even, because it's the one you first go to generally anyway. So we do have, we can get a few donations during this time.
Absolutely. We have $60 from SGDQ Poker Tournament. Greetings from the GDQ Poker Tournament. 3rd place winner RC Drone putting this donation toward board for the file name. $100 from Amazing Toaster. Just in case Fred doesn't get a chance to say it, good luck. We're all counting on you 3.
If you think we're not just good at Zelda, we're good at poker too. Because he was not the best finishing Zelda runner at that poker tournament.
Yeah, BT got first place. So.
Big moment coming up here. Aquamentus in level 1. Not a difficult boss at all.
Oh, yeah.
But here's something you got to watch out for. That hard spot's right in your way. If you pick that up, that's going to be a
detrimental to the low percent run.
Yes, it pretty much invalidates it. There is a gentleman's agreement. If you do pick up a heart, that anytime you get to 1 heart, you're considered dead and have to essentially up A, which acts as a death. There we go. You'll see Lack here, screen scrolling over to level 5. It looks like he's doing the easy. Oh, he went too close. There are actually 2 pixels you can actually do the screen scroll left to right. One requires a sword buffer, one you can't sword buffer. You saw both be used here. Ooh, he's doing double 100. Ooh, what's double 100 route?
Double 100.
Not all at once.
They're going to go up and get this. He's going to go up and get this 100 secret in the far northeast corner here. Basically, there's a minimum amount of money you need, and there's several secrets around the world that you can get. So there's a couple 30s that he passed up there, and instead of getting a couple of those, he's going to get this 100 secret here. It's going to give him more flexibility in the money that he needs to get from enemies, and it's also going to give him more money to use for arrows from the bow. Because the bow is a really strong weapon in low percent.
Yeah, it's required, but VT not going into the shop. I'm not sure. I guess to reset the spawn so he can do the scroll. So we'll be getting the candle later, or now, getting the 100 secret. All right. Doing the back way. He might be doing. I might have an idea of what he might be doing.
He was doing
talk
some
about
tricky stuff up in the HUD there.
Yeah. You see Eunos here went back to start and went into the HUD. You just have to clip into it. It's the same as doing a screen scroller, a black clip. And once you do that, the HUD.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about that
Well,
a little bit?
the HUD has like the top 4 rows of the actual screen just shifted over half a step. And so you can go into caves from the HUD, and Eunos shown that off pretty good. Setting up for maybe a bundle. Again, it looks like he had knew where he was in the counter and tried to force probably a bomb drop, or
Yeah, there you go.
there's a bomb drop, yeah.
There are 2 really big obstacles in this run, level 8 and level 9, and Eunos is going to 8 right now. Kind of get it out of the way, but he wants to have full bombs, and he wants to have a high count so he can force a bomb really quickly here.
Dark Nuts have 8 HP, so if you use your sword, which is the minimum sword we get, it takes 8 hits. But you can kill Dark Nuts with 2 bombs. Dark Nuts are a very interesting enemy in that they block anything. Okay, let's explain that. He's going to up it here. He killed 3 enemies there. So when he comes back in that room after leaving, there will be 2 enemies there. So and he'll have full health at it as opposed to getting hit once. So it's a much safer. It takes a little bit of time to do, but in low percent, we're trying to get through it. It's not necessarily as fast as we can, especially in a no reset marathon setting. It's to get through. It's survival mode. 3. And there's another room like this in 8. So he's conserving bombs here, trying to set up for another potential forced bomb drop. All right. He's going to kill Pole's Voice here with the bow and arrow, which, they are very vulnerable to bow and arrow. Thump. And I think he was at 2. He wanted to kill 2 of them, or he wanted to kill only 1 of those, so he doesn't get a forced 5. He wants a forced bomb, so he's at 8 in the counter. So he's going to hope to kill 2 enemies. Okay, he'll probably do it here. Oh, it was a 5 rupee. That was a weird count. So we'll try to set up and, he gets a, that works out too. Sometimes luck is better than skill in this game. All right, looks like BT had a good,
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, wow. Some great bombs on Eunos.
All right, it's far from over,
Yeah,
though.
level 8 is not over yet. We still have the Gleeok,
Yeah,
which is a 4-headed Gleeok, so it's 10 hits to knock off the first head, and then 6 subsequent hits to knock off the rest of the heads. So that's 28 hits on Gleeok.
You want to go as long as you can without getting hit, because once you get hit once, it can spiral downward in a hurry.
And the further you get in the fight, the more detached heads there are, so the fight only gets harder.
We'll be seeing a lot of select strats here, saver strats. You'll see him pause at times to read where the fireball and heads are going. Ideally, you want the fireballs to go horizontal rather than vertical, because there can only be one fireball on the screen at a time. So the longer it's on stage out of your way, the better it is.
Okay.
Oh, right into the body! Oh, no! Oh,
So
man.
close.
And he was like 1 or 2 hits
Yeah,
away.
Yeah.
that was rough.
That means he's going to have to fight these 2 dark rooms all over again.
So because of that, he's going to go to level 2 and leave level 2 with full bombs. Or he's going to go by him and try again. There's so many backups, you have to figure out where you're at, what you think you're comfortable with. All right, Lack's turn. That one bomb didn't actually do any damage. Dark Nuts are weird, is that whichever way you're facing when you drop a bomb, if the Dark Nut is facing the other way when it gets hit, it takes no damage even though it gets knocked backward. A little unlucky there. Last 2 hits were good though. Good hit there. All right, again, going to the Pulse Voice room to set up for a forced drop later. Like trying to get a bomb off of the middle Dark Nut room before the other forced room.
You see BT using what's the world record any percent route here, but you can't grab that heart, so he did a world wrap to get over to the coast there, and he's got to clip on the ladder repeatedly just to get to dry land.
All right, Lack with the successful level 8 second forced Dark Nut room. There are a few safe spots in the room, but that's like, you don't want to have to go there. All right, Gleeok. All right, we might see Eunos try to kill the Pulse Voice to room right before the Gleeok to try to pick up that last sword, so you have the beam sword going into Gleeok. And a successful one for Lack.
Can't help but hold my breath during those moments.
Yes.
Oh, did Eunos get 0 drops? That's really unfortunate.
Now, the one bright side, you won't have the lag of the beam sword to have to deal with, but you always have to attack close. Oh, it went up. Oh, that's too bad. That was a hard fireball to read. The direction it looked, when I saw it, looked like it was going straight horizontal, but it ended up the one above it, or it went slightly up.
BT's trying his hand in level 8 now for through the first room, and now he's fishing for a bomb here.
Nice call. That was a great call.
Yep.
All right, second room. BT is the bold one and not using many select strats here. He is the master of movement in Zelda, so he's going without. We could probably sneak in a donation during this. The other two are in easy to, so.
You got it. We have $100 from John Tabin. Good luck to Lack, Eunos, and BT. Don't touch the heart containers.
Oh no. BT tried to pick up that fairy with the bow, but it was elusive as they often are.
All right, BT getting into, he'll probably do the same thing Eunos tried to do and get a heart off of the Pole's Voice. Pole's Voice only drop hearts 2 out of 10, so but they have a high drop rate. So I'd say it's in the, and you kill 8 of them. Oh hey, you got 2 of them. Nice and easy.
LackAttack pulling off a really cool trick there.
Yeah, explain that trick, would you?
The root quarter, I'm not as familiar with it, but I know that you use the whistle and the raft at the same time, and it kind of gives you a little wrong warp action. You're intended to go to a specific level when you blow the whistle, but in that case, it takes you about a screen
up and
diagonal.
left. Yeah,
correct.
You're. I'm not sure the mechanics of it, but you clip into the water before the raft, blow the whistle, and then when the takes you across, when you're in the whirlwind, you're still being active, and the raft animation happens, and it takes you 1 up and 1 left from where you are.
Right. Because what the whistle normally does is it puts you 1 screen left of your destination, and then scrolls you to the right into that screen that your real destination is. So the raft changes the direction of that scroll. Instead of putting you left, it puts you up.
Ooh, skills.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh man.
My heart can't take much more.
No. The worst part about it is that they're on the last couple hits, too. That's been the worst part about it. BT going to do the same thing, going to go to 2. Finish up there.
Yeah, in addition to making some progression, you get some extra bombs too to head on back instead of having to farm them or buy them.
You're just thinking about his drop count here. No. It's easy to think that a forced drop is a random drop. So he's going to have to do this room without using a bomb, essentially. You could use the 1, but it'll be way. I usually don't want to be at 0 bombs at any time in the run. I like having a pretty good 7. 7 is is never as easy as it usually is when you're doing low percent. The gorillas are really, they like to shoot their boomerangs when you're attacking them at all times. That's a huge annoyance.
This bit claims they don't read your inputs, but I'm pretty sure they read your inputs.
Yeah. Oh, and we'd be wrong not to give credit to that Rue Quarter. It's called Rue Quarter after Rue Slugs, who found that's one of the newest things. It was found right before AGDQ last year. So Lack's having the clean run from he got through 8, which was a chore, and he got through 7 pretty easily. So he's in really good shape.
Yeah, he's got level 6 left, which is certainly a bit of a challenge. The first appearance of Wizrobes in the run.
6 is actually one of the easier ones to worry about, because once you clear a room, unlike level 8 where they respawn, the fact that you have bubbles in the rooms with Wizrobes, those are still considered enemies, so the room's never fully cleared, even though the door is open. So if you die in 6 after clearing those rooms, they remain cleared until you leave the dungeon. Black's at 8 bombs, so we'll skip this room. You can farm bombs there. Bombs are just like, as important as they are in any percent, they are so much more important in low percent because they do 4 times the damage as your sword. Nice clean, what do you got, Belfry?
Belfry, yeah. There's bats in the Belfry.
I think Lack set up a 9 count. He should get a bomb here.
Beautiful.
Oh, dropped it. Ooh.
You usually don't want to let them shoot you in the face, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's painful. Blue Wizrobes do the 2 hearts of damage with their beam or touching you, and then the red Wizrobes will do 4 hearts of damage. It's equal to a hug from Ganon, so really, really dangerous enemies.
So regardless of what happens in 6 for Lack, he's made progression. You're not afforded that luxury until you beat Gleeok in 8.
yeah. You'll notice he skips that key that's sitting right there just because that room can be a bit tricky to get through. And even though it's one of the easier keys in the game to get in like an any percent run, just for their sanity, they skip it.
Alright, second room, only 1 heart. You didn't get lucky. Never lucky. Setting up bomb drops here, or a fairy drop. At we talk about at 10, you can force a bomb. At 16 kills, consecutive kills, you can force a fairy.
He has to be really careful because touching these fires will take away a heart and kill him.
And also, he doesn't want to kill both of them.
There we go. Good job, Eunos. 2 past the gatekeeper, 1 left.
Eight being a little bit rough, again, as expected. But again, it's about survival, not about as absolute fast as you want to do it fast, of course, as a speed run, but it's so easy to get hit and die because you do so much. You lose, you can only take 2 hits.
Sure, taking it easy is essentially faster than taking
Yeah.
a death.
Like being very meticulous here. He's out of bombs, 1 heart. Yeah, meticulous is the way to go here.
And so there's a spawn order to the enemies, and this like here is the first enemy that spawns in the room. So you can actually clear this room without killing a single wizard just by killing likes over and over again and leaving the room and coming back in.
Blue Wizardrobes are considered like the most random of the game, but if you play them enough, you can get used to their patterns and predict their movements. For the most part, they still have some unpredictability, but you can make educated guesses, let's say, on where they're going to be and how they're going to react. All right, Gleeok.
You'll notice that BT will sometimes be a little more brave when he's near the main part of Gleeok, and the heads are far away because the attached heads of Gleeok have the lowest priority for shooting a fireball. Oh no!
Man.
There we go. Yep.
All right, as we all are, we can say, let's do another donation or 2.
You got it. We have $90 from Crimson Avix. Good luck to 3 awesome Zelda runners and even awesomer people. May the bombs be plentiful and the Patras be cooperative. Donating $10 for each of the 9 total hearts our runners will finish the run with. Donation goes towards Victor's choice.
All right, BT doing the Rue quarter here. Going to give 8 a break for a moment. Doing it's a tri-quarter now, right? That's what they call the trick into the Armos?
Yeah.
That's a kind of new trick where you've got to, and especially the any percent route, you've got, when you leave a dungeon after you get the bait and arrows in that area, you have to hit the recorder twice anyway. So you're doing it there just because you got to wait for the Armos to spawn anyway. So it saves, what, a second maybe? If you do it right?
I think it saves a few, actually.
A few seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The other aspect to that is there's a shopkeeper inside. The shopkeeper that sells the bait, there's a glitch where he doesn't spawn right away. Doing the recorder will mask that time and drain that timer. The old way we used to do it was we would kill a blue lever, and that would also eliminate the lag. But
That was hard.
yeah. So this is just easier and faster, so it's pretty cool.
So Lack has assembled all 8 pieces of the Triforce of Wisdom and is now on his way to the treacherous level 9. So
Yes,
he'll be the
9.
first one going into the last level.
If you thought 8 was hard, 9,
Oh, I'm sorry, board 9.
I'm out of here.
Pretty sure the text in the upper left says level, so I'm going with level.
Yeah.
Jury's still out.
Yeah. We need to make a argument thing in the Discord where everybody can yell at each other about what the name of these dungeons are called. All right, level 9. The one bright side is that most of the forced wizard rooms that you fight do clear out. The downside is the one that doesn't is the first one. So if you die, you have to clear it every single time. This is where runners of low percent kind of cut their teeth to get to learn how to do it, is doing that room over and over and over again. That was 6 years ago for me. When was that for you?
We're babies, man.
Yeah. This is, if you want to get really good at figuring out wizard robes or just figuring out mechanics of the game, try to do this, go to the next room. Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah,
Go
why-
to the next room.
Why do they call it that?
Yeah, because you go to the next room.
Oh, okay.
And it's the room next to the
go to
room, the next room.
The room that tells you to go to the next room.
Yeah,
You could just call it the next room.
the next room.
Yeah, I would call it the next room.
Yeah, that's better. Oh, wow. Lack going for the Patrick clip and gets it.
Great job. Oh, that room.
Eunos making it easy to do the recorder by killing the Zola. All right, you see Lack going to respawn there. You saw 3 blue wizard robes in there, but as Jay Coper mentioned, with the what's the terminology for it? The
Spawn priority.
spawn
yeah?
priority. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You'll see 2 blues and 1 orange, red. You force another bomb by hitting the old man, which is always fun to do. He deserves it.
Yeah. The consecutive counter goes up anytime you hear the kill sound. So that happens whenever you hit the old man.
He's not
Any
defenseless, though. You shouldn't feel bad. He'll
Yeah.
throw fireballs at you. if you
Yeah.
do.
Like setting up the count. Okay. Nice gel. Wall gel. All right. BT doing 6. He'll have to go back to 8. Eunos and 7. He'll have to do 6. Did he clip that?
He did.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
skip both
Nice.
patches. Cool.
Oh.
Yep.
It was a difficult Patra too, because he did go down.
All right, verse C. Because it's a reverse C.
That's a really nice pattern
Yeah,
by
you
those
gotta-
blue wizards.
Yeah.
And he forced that bomb, so.
And a nice.
And a random for the heck of it, yeah.
Made him not do the clip.
He's
I'm
still got.
upset.
He's still gonna have 1 wizard room left, and then Patra and Ganon. So.
Ooh,
Still,
nice
still
clock there.
plenty of obstacles.
Nice bomb there for Eunos. One of the few times in the run where everybody's at full bombs.
Ooh, Lack missed the reverse clip.
Scary.
Okay.
Okay.
In there.
BT is a death in 6.
Yeah, that was pretty trolly. The red Wizrobe spawned exactly as he was walking. He really didn't have much time to react.
I think what you're going to see Lack do here is go back and force a fairy off of these souls.
And yeah, he's going to set up for 16. You can't go above 16. If you kill multiple ones and end up at 17, you won't get a fairy drop. But if you're at like 13 and kill 3, get to 16, you'll get 3 fairy drops. And it's always an amazing experience when it first happens to you. There are a ton of highlights out there on Twitch for first people getting a ton of fairies, including me, when I first did it.
You can go to the graveyard and get 8 fairies at a time if you want to.
Yeah. Dispatcher is very annoying, so might as well just sort it down in case you have to come back. Patcher's considered a boss, so once you leave the room after beating it, it won't ever respawn, even if you leave a dungeon.
Okay. That was some interesting wizard movement on BT's screen there.
All right, last forced Wizard room here. Traps, again, are considered enemies, so if you clear it, blue Wizard Robes have 10 HP. So 1 bomb, 6 swords there for that last one. Lots of work to keep the beam sword for Eunos there.
Whoa, scary.
Yeah, BT was almost done with that room and takes a shot from the wizard.
Great
Unfortunate.
movement, I like there. Some great bombs by Eunos there, and getting 2 bomb drops, a force bomb and a lucky in that room, replenishing them all the way back up to 8.
All right, final hurdle before the Ganon fight. Beautiful, like easy. No stress. Oh, now it got stressful. And a final beam. Hit the back end. All right, 16 hits to stun Ganon.
Or
15.
15. Sorry, 15.
Not my favorite spawn.
He had the stun lock, but he was a little late on that last hit.
As some of us know, this is not free with
Yeah.
the wood sword.
And one more. There it is.
There it is.
And time will be for Lack will be very shortly. As soon as he touches Zelda. And time.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Great time.
So,
That's a good time.
yeah.
36:20. All right. Eunos making it out of 6. Ooh, BT on half a heart.
I believe Lack's run was deathless,
Yes.
which is a ridiculous accomplishment
Yeah.
at a GDQ. Here.
I don't. He had about 2 or 3 practice runs that were deathless-ish.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah.
It-
He got it. He got to Ganon and died to Ganon. Deathless.
His PB in this category is 31:42 or something like that,
Yeah.
which is a better time than all but about 30 people have ever beaten this game with. So,
All right. 2 level 9 for Eunos. BT does have to go back to 8. I think.
Yes.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Right, no heart there. I still, it's like, why don't you pick up the heart? I'm not in low percent mode. Okay. Up A to refresh health and free and deny. Eunos has all the keys, so he doesn't have to clear this room. This is a key room that's usually done in any percent, but not more percent.
BT is gonna have to fish source some bombs before going back into 8 again.
Doesn't have to, but I'd recommend it highly.
Yeah.
It's easier if you know you're at the count. I don't know if he does at this point.
Fortunately, lots of bomb dropping enemies in this area.
And there's one.
See if Eunos goes for a Patra skip here. And he's backing off.
And sometimes it doesn't matter because Patras do what they do best. And
That is how a Patra do.
yeah. BT's gonna buy a bomb here and then up A, or maybe up A. He gets back into 8. You feel that's the best thing about low percent is that when you die, you have your beam sword. That is so satisfying.
I'll show you cryptic hits.
Yeah, I would have been a little surprised if Eunos wouldn't have left there and forced another bomb here.
Yeah. Yep. And getting to 9 there, and then it'll kill an enemy with a bomb, which is an awful spawn there, but that was a very baited bomb there.
Yeah.
Coming back to 8 later doesn't really help matters because you're in the same exact state that you were when you were in here earlier.
Yeah.
Blue Dark Nuts drop health very heavily. So it's like to get a rupee is like a slap in the face. They drop health 8 out of 10. 8 out of their 10 drops are health.
The benefit of killing this Patra here is he'll get a bomb. Oh, that was interesting. Okay.
Patra has some nasty
Movement mechanics.
Well, yeah, you're right. Movement mechanics, because it can get angry all of a sudden, when most of the time he doesn't. He's on a kind of a timing script on when he starts.
Yeah.
But then you do something to him and he gets angry and he's like, "No, you're gonna get spread and die." Especially in low percent.
All of his movement is generally controlled by the small orbital eyes. So if you hit them or kill them at certain times, it'll affect what he does.
Even at just doing half heart damage, the fireballs make these rooms so much harder. Like the room in 5 that you have to do to get the recorder is so much easier because there's no fireballs. I would never thought the Patra would be the a gatekeeper in this run.
Yeah. Once you kill a certain orbital, then he's locked into the smaller state, which makes him much easier to do.
Nice double hitting there by BT. That's the low percent slogan of for Zelda. Is like
Pretty universal, yeah.
all right, Gleeok. Yeah.
Oh. One more.
Nobody
Two
puts
more.
BTs in the corner. Let's go. Let's go.
Stupid guy. All right, now it's a free and easy 9, right? Purchasing bombs and then recorder to 1.
Yeah.
Walk to 9.
I don't think Eunos's reverse C pattern was quite as nice as Lag's, but he handled it very nicely.
He has a minimum of 2 bombs right now. He needs both those bombs to finish this level now.
What a nice double clip.
Yeah.
Who came up with that? No one wants to say it.
I'm
Wow.
not sure. Maybe
Wow.
maybe press J poke.
Some old guy who doesn't play the game
I
anymore.
read it
That's
on Red
true.
Candle.
That's true. That's what's great about low percent. This is like Darkwing rant mode about the game.
Back in my day.
We didn't even come close to doing this. BT didn't record her in that room instead of bombing the Spectacle Rock, which is another Darkwing special. Again, with level 9, aside from the first Wizard room, we only have to clear a Wizard room once. BT is short a key, so he's killing these guys for the key. This is the last key that's on the route. That's like in the path.
Yeah, there's others in 9, but they're very inconvenient.
Yeah. Several screens out of the way.
Excuse me.
Legs have fun iframes that you try to cut through here. See that there? Those are fun. All right, full health for Eunos and going into the final Wizard room. That's nice. Nice set of 3 there. It's better to attack Wizard Robes from behind. They won't turn around, unlike Dark Nuts. Or it's not a good idea to attack them from behind. You want to attack them from the side. That Patra's being bloodthirsty today. All right, Eunos getting putting his headset back on for nice Patra and Ganon.
Petra was being nice.
Nice job by BT there, getting the fairy.
Wow. That one avoided damage the whole time to the end there. It's impressive.
Ganon number 2. Oh, he
Oh, the double!
Nice. Nice.
Perfect stun
Full
lock.
stun
What a
lock.
stun lock.
Stun lock, yep.
Full stun lock. And time for Eunos is now. All right, let's see like a bottom row reverse C, right? From BT, you think? Think we can get one of those?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm feeling optimistic, so I think yes.
Oh, yeah. You need the magical sword to do that one without taking damage, which is hard to do.
Helps when you got 7 bombs going in.
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Nice bubble. Oh, no. You got like the frame where the 2 Wizards can be thing.
He also had really bad blue Wizard movement. They did not group up at all. All 3 of them just scattered to the opposite corners of the room.
The banter is high among the runners right now. And it's good that we have the headset for it, not them. When it comes to doing low percent. All right, be forcing a bomb here. Maybe? Maybe? BT miscounted and was a bit too high on the count, so we got a 5. What happened there was when you get to 10, it doesn't matter if the enemy that you hit to get you to 10 drops an item or not. It's how you killed it is what matters. So he got to 10 using the sword on the old man. So when he used the bomb to kill the Wizard, it became a 5 rupee and not a bomb.
Nice. Yeah, those Wizards were playing keep away.
Yeah. Like Blitzball in American Gladiators, right? Keep you from the.
It's a good thing that bomb drops don't have wings like the fairies and
Oh, jeez.
run around the room on you.
Yeah, no.
Or like Nibbly Pibblies and Snake Rattle and Roll. That would be fun. All right. That's the easy room.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even blue. It did look like it when he paused that it was.
Okay. Does have to go through here again.
Nice.
Nice clip, yeah. That doesn't make it free, but it makes it unlikely to be hit to go all the way down to where he got, where he clipped into the staircase. Because of the the block room, you only have a height of 3, and with 2 of them going like that, you had to, being in the middle like that, you have to read the red wizard robes first, then the blues. It's yeah. And Mike likes to do that. That's always fun.
Would now be a good time to read.
Oh yes, yes, please do, please do, please do, please do.
Awesome. We have a $500 donation from Fangamer. Gotta pay tribute to the game that started it all. Never seen a low percent run before? This is fascinating. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce.
Yeah, go ahead.
$25 from Jay Ticknor. Let's go Lack. The bakery is always open at SGDQ. $25 from Sammy Lawnchair. Hello from the front row. Hyped to be live for the first time and looking forward to dragging my butt out of bed for the Spyro run on Saturday.
That's another kind of slogan for
Any
run.
plane of this game has.
Yeah, it's like I guess my count's at 1. There we go. At 8 to set up another bomb. Oh, kind of hard to go with it. How friendly. So now he's at 9, so when he uses a bomb here, it will be a guaranteed bomb drop. Assuming he doesn't get hit.
It's just a bonus that he got to hit all the blue wizard robes at the same time as the red.
Yeah. That was a good bomb. That was a really good bomb there.
We have a $50 donation from a $50 donation from Cantaloupe Me. Howdy y'all, this is Cantaloupe. Just wanted to give a shout out to all the Zelda crew there and help out a great charity. Jam, please hold on to my spirit fruit a bit tighter. I'm cold.
You got it, buddy. I think with the lights, it's getting a little more fragrant.
Yeah.
Gonna cook cantaloupe.
Plan here is to set up for a fairy drop.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't run out of rupees. All right.
We have a $25 donation from Micah26 who writes, worth every rupee.
Ooh. Yes.
That was the hardest pattern that was completed, I think, of the 3.
You'd think this silver arrow going through that keys would kill it. It's
Yeah.
pretty strong.
Maybe he should have been guarding Zelda.
Oh. If only.
All right, that's a good clip there. That's now we're into the only 3 more forced rooms and then 1 tough dodging room. Dude.
Ooh.
Dude.
Yeah, it's like a buzzsaw.
He's following.
That'll teach him.
Really? No, thanks.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Lack's saying that this music is based off of Breath of the Wild.
We have a $10 donation from Old Man from Level 9.
This can't be good.
I was just trying to help the runners on their quest. What did I do to deserve being stabbed so many times? Please, just take my money and go to the next room.
That's a good one. We're going to see a hippo fairy. Cool. I don't think it's that high enough. Hippo fairy is a where you're at. Your count is at 7 going into a Patra, and so you're in 8 orbitals and 1 Patra kill puts you at 16 for a fairy. Going after King Hippo, who was a runner of this game, amongst other things.
BTS said that he doesn't like being at full health at Ganon because it's a little harder to hear for the stun lock, so I guess he's set up perfectly.
Yeah. Question mark?
Yeah.
No.
Let's
Oh.
go. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic, yeah. No. I thought you wanted to lay down on our laps.
The real hero.
The real hero. Our cantaloupe.
Thanks.
All right. I don't think we'll. Yeah, we didn't show how many. Yeah, good. So that's. We don't want to see your deaths, like how many there were. I have no idea. No idea.
I don't think it shows a non-randomizer.
On randomizer.
Non-randomizer.
No,
I think
it
it goes back to 0.
No,
when you hit
it
stone,
definitely
it
shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, that is Well, would you consider that the hardest? It's either that or the extreme challenge. Which one's harder, do you think?
This.
This is okay. So low percent this is the hardest run of Zelda that you
Until-
just got to see.
One hit, damageless.
Yeah, well, that's not you couldn't do that in the Zelda card. So yeah, that's
All right.
Zelda, and we got more Zelda to come. So setting back our to Hurst.
That was a fantastic run fantastic race between Eunos, beeteas, and LackAttack24. Great job, everybody. Looks like we're going to be getting set up for an interview between our 3 racers and Spike Vegeta coming up soon. But right now, we're going to kick it over to a short ad break, so stay with us. The Humble Bundle has raised over $129 million for charities across the world since 2010. The Humble Bundle sells games, ebooks, and other digital content through Pay What You Want bundle promotions, the Humble Store, and the Humble monthly curated subscription service. Customers can choose how their payment is divided between content creators, charity, and the Humble Bundle. Find out more at humblebundle.com/monthly, which has a tracking URL. We have a $50 donation from Iruenur. Great job to all the runners, announcers, and tech crew. Thank you so much for an entertaining marathon so far, especially all the amazing Zelda games. Keep up the great work. Donation goes to Soraya's Choice. Thank you, Iru. I think I'm going to put that toward our incentive for the Half-Life Any Percent run, which is currently sitting at $11,161 of the $50,000 incentive mark. So if you're just as hyped for that Half-Life run, get your donations in. We have a $50 donation from Gary G. It's always a joy to see The Legend of Zelda speedrun. I get nostalgic feels whenever I hear the overworld theme. I wish all the runners luck during the race. A $200 donation from a little stitious. Longtime watcher, first-time donator, had to donate during the game that started my favorite series. A $25 donation from Magical Savant. Doctors put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into becoming doctors. Those who choose to volunteer to help some of the most marginalized people around the world are truly amazing. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this donation. We have a $150 donation from Wind Chaser 316. Legend of Zelda is bridging generations in our household. My 5-year-old son and I often watch these runners play this game, and he loves it. Good luck, runners. Great game being played for a great cause. We have a $100 donation from Anonymous. Such an amazing cause. Thank you all for what you do. I'm inspired to not only donate, but to also pick up some games I had set down because they were too challenging. It looks like we're ready with our interview, so we're going to kick it over to Spike Vegeta. Take it away.
Cool, thank you. And welcome everyone back to Summer Games Done Quick 2018. We are in the middle of an amazing Zelda block. We just saw, it's amazing thinking that was a speed run, like that you guys took that and now you did all of that in just a little over an hour. That was absolutely amazing to watch. We're getting set up for the next Zelda game. We're gonna be having the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. But I first wanted to take a second to sit down and talk to our 3 runners. Gentlemen, how do you feel after that race?
Relieved.
You got through it.
It's over, yeah.
So I want to ask an individual question of each of you. First off, we're just going to go down the row. LackAttack, I've heard you described many times, and I've said it myself as well, seeing all your accomplishments in speedrunning over the years, as you're just a gamer. It seems like you're, it feels like, they always say for like athletes, ice water in the veins, just always want to be up there performing. Do you feel like you have a lot of nerves when you get up here? Or is it just kind of like, it's, just, riding a bike, get right back on?
No, I definitely have nerves before any kind of marathon setting. Like, I'm really anxious to get up there and play. But I think that turns into adrenaline, and most of the time I play pretty well up there. But no, definitely nervous before each run.
That's awesome to hear, because I think people can watch us and think like, oh no, well, I'm choking. But like the fact that you don't think, oh, he must have no nerves about it.
No, I think it's good too, because if you're, if I'm not nervous, that probably means I don't care.
Right,
so, like,
exactly.
I want to play well and, put on a good show, so.
So I want to talk to you about, again, in addition to these being the 3 best runners in the world at low percent, again, beating the game with a wooden sword and 3 hearts. I've also noticed that you are second place in kind of, I believe is the main speedrun category for this, any percent no up plus A. Unfortunately, there's only one idiot's name who might be above yours. Do you have any plans on maybe trying to topple the current king of Zelda 1?
Not in the low up and A, no. I prefer low percent, 100%, any percent.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly I just run what I feel like doing, and if a new routing idea comes about, or an idea that I have how to push a category or new strategies, that's when I run. It has nothing to do with, places.
Sure. For you, it's very much pushing the game, and it's insane thinking about the fact that this is a game. You know, not only low percent can be beaten in 31 minutes now. You guys have 28s and 29s.
Yeah.
Like that's.
It could go under 30. It could. I mean,
Wow.
it's the task run with one less heart.
Uh-huh.
So it could go as low as anybody pushes it.
Definitely look forward to you guys pushing this game more and more. And BT, you know, generally when you see these races at GDQs and sometimes, oh, you know, one runner's kind of lagging behind, it's not as interesting generally to watch. Certain parts of my body might have been, we'll just say, clinched up the entire time you were making your way through level 9. It was insane watching you because it didn't seem like it was just this, okay, I'm just trying to, you know, like a hard platform, I'm just surviving through each level. It's also watching you pull out seemingly every single backup strat, watching your mind work, okay, this just happened in this room. Do I need to, you know, get my count up? Do I need to kill other things? We're hitting an old man in the face to try to get things where they need to be. What was that like for you up there, and describe, I guess, some more of the skill set that you need to run low percent specifically?
Well, you're up there, and normally you can just face tank your way through the entire game at that point. But as you're getting further and further, and like I came out of 8 and I went to go do another dungeon because it doesn't matter, right?
Sure.
I'm not going to get more power by doing level 6 than coming back to 8.
Right.
So you're just going to be reaching deeper and deeper into this bag of tricks. Like, what's down here? Okay, well, I can get a fairy off the old man. I can get the old man up to a 9 count and force a bomb. Oh, am I going to get another 16 fairy if I go here? And it's just, most of the run is watching the entire screen, where normally you can disregard some of the outlying corners when the statues are shooting fireballs. But in low percent, you really have to watch all of these things coming at you, and it's really, really difficult. You just have to concentrate and make sure that, you know, everything's accounted for, both what you can do and what the game is throwing at you. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, you know, you can get unfavorable enemy movement patterns too, and you have to just work with it.
Right. I just also want to say, it was awesome seeing how positive you were about it also. Like, again, lagging behind, ended up getting there at the end. Still one of the best players in the world at this. The fist pump at the end, that was great to see. You guys really seemed like it was, you know, camaraderie. All of you wanted to get through this. Awesome to see.
Yeah, I like to play with these guys a bit. I like to be a little competitive.
Sure.
But Zelda 1 has one of my favorite communities of people, very, very nice to each other. We like to share strategies and get everything documented. Some people are very, very adamant about making maps and getting things written down in text. And when I go up there, I'm really, really nervous, and not because of me, or not because it might be a once-in-a-lifetime shot at LackAttack, but because you're representing a huge community, and you want the game to fare well, and you want to represent all those people. And low percents attracted a lot of attention even before this race was announced.
I wanted to make a quick audible on this interview. I hadn't brought this up, but just if I wanted to get into Zelda 1 speedrunning, if there are people out there saying, I want to try my hand at this, I think this is one of the best classic, just retro speed games out there. There Discord you guys can point them towards or anything?
Yeah, there's the Zelda 1 Discord, and there's also a website, Zelda Any Percents, is that what it is?
Redcandle.us.
Redcandle.us, and some good routes for people getting into Zelda. Blue ring routes, white sword routes, things that just help you get that sub-hour and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah, you can just come into the Discord, say, hey, I'm new and would love to learn the game, and instantly you'll get like 30 responses of what to do and where to go. Yeah.
Sounds like a great community, guys. I do want to get into a couple of social media questions before we talk about some prizes. We got here from Bowly Mania. What got all of you into speedrunning Zelda?
So the first time I saw it was one of the early GDQs when J Profit and Breakdown raced it. Mm-hmm. And I watched the race and said, I could do that. So from that point, I just, found there were only 10 people on the leaderboard now, and I think it's over 150. It's like over 100 now, well over 100. And so I just took it from there, but that's what got me started.
Eunos?
Yeah, I was watching this guy at one point, I was later into the game.
We have so far, you got inspired, and then you inspired him.
Yeah, but the randomizer is what got me to actually start finishing runs.
Oh.
And streaming and pushing it, and then the tournament made me push it harder.
Sure.
Yeah.
For you, BT?
Started playing Zelda when I was very young. Started speedrunning when I saw Darkwing Duck playing, and I was like, I can do that, no problem. And then several years later, I could start to do that. And then, you know, racing these guys, especially Eunos. Racing Eunos has really made me want to push my time down. We were getting the same times, and it's been a lovely few years now, just, you know, seeing what we could do.
Yeah. It's a little surreal thinking, yeah, I watched Darkwing Duck, and now he's sitting behind you on the couch.
Yeah, it is. It's
Getting
crazy.
to call it.
I knocked him out of a Zelda tournament we had, and it was very emotional for me.
We got another social media question here from Vera Maloney. Now, as terrifying as Zelda 1 low percent is, perhaps the only thing scarier, I'm going to open this up to all you guys. When are you all going to run the Yeah, we're already having laughs from the CDI Zelda games. When are we seeing it, guys? Yeah, we know that's what we want to see. There we go.
Friday 2020.
All right. You heard it, Eunos.
It just makes you feel things.
You know what? That was the perfect answer. BT, yours.
You know, if the equipment shows up at my door,
Sure.
I don't feel the
It's not
responsibility.
easy finding one of those. And you
that's
cannot
right,
emulate it. You cannot
Phillips, if you're out there, you have one.
And one final question I want to hear, just like a little bit, if you guys have a specific from Zerono F. Satesh. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Which of the remaining runs of the marathon are each of you looking forward to? Kind of a recommendation for people wanting to show up.
Definitely the Mario block tonight, SMB1, SMB3, SMW, and then the finale, Final Fantasy VI. Both speedrun, or all those games are games that I speedrun.
Absolutely. For you, Eunos?
Task block.
Yeah.
Always a good choice. Took the easy answer there. Always fun to watch. BT, for you?
I hope he doesn't find out, but I'm a huge Puexel fan. I'm really looking forward to the finale, as heartbreaking it might be to watch the end from home, but I will be looking forward to that run.
Gentlemen, it was an absolute pleasure to watch you guys be able to perform that on stage. It was a lot of fun. Do want to kick it up, guys. We're about to go to Oracle Seasons, but we do have, as always, some great prizes to show off. So I'm just going to need a certain prize man to come on stage and tell us about what we got. And it's Mike. Sent?
Yeah, what's up?
Did you just wake up?
Yeah, it was a long night, man.
It is like 11:30, dude. What are you doing?
Ah, crap, you're right. Here, quick, hold my bagel %.
Go on.
There we go.
We'll clean that up later, I swear.
I promise. It was probably empty. I think. I hope I grabbed the right cup.
So tell me what we got here, dude.
Yeah,
We're in the middle of a Zelda block.
Dude, we got some great stuff for Zelda block here. Like, I gotta reach over to get these. We have these wonderful Link to the Past map in watercolor. Like, you get Light and Dark World right there. Yeah, they come as a set, $10 minimum donation. All the prizes we're talking about right now are going to be going on from this run until Dead Core a little later this afternoon.
Oh, wow, okay.
So plenty of chances to get in your donation for some of these. Just going to pass these down.
I'll use these for my randomizers. We'll have a little checklist, all right?
Now, also from our friends over at Studio Pen Pen, we have this lovely watercolor rendition of the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past title screen.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I believe this is also a $10 minimum donation, and yeah, it looks really nice, man. It looks really accurate to the game, you know?
Absolutely.
Except it doesn't say randomizer on there. That's all I've seen this
that's
week.
what I was about to say. I don't know, man. Randomizer fever, dude. It's rough. They're fun, though, I'm telling you.
They really are, man. I'm addicted too. So from our good friend Dot Decor, we actually have this little, it's hard to explain what this is. It's kind of like a perler, but as a picture. These are all individual colored dots that are kind of coming together to make an image. And of course, we have an image here of the first castle of Super Mario Bros. 3. The king's been turned into a dog. I don't really know what Toad's doing. He's kind of like jumping for joy. I think he's screaming for help at the same time.
I just want to clarify, I think those are his knees. I'm just pointing that out. So.
I don't understand how Toad anatomy works, Mike. It makes no sense to me. I'm going to be real.
If those aren't knees, that is a weird picture. But either way, thank you.
It's super cool regardless. You know, speaking of like super cool and unusual art styles, we actually have this Paper Mario paper diorama. That's fully in 3D right there from our good friend Rags, and it's just like it's so good. I've never seen anyone do like a 3D diorama like this before. It's almost kind of got like an accordion feel to it with the different layers. Yeah. It's super unique. I believe that is a $15 donation from now until the end of Dead Core. So you guys are definitely going to want to check that out.
Again, guys, we'll have Paper Mario coming up later on in the day, I believe right after Oracle of Seasons. So make sure to stick around for that as well.
Yeah. Speaking of Paper Mario, we've got everyone's favorite enemy, the Wacka. It's got a great healing item.
Absolutely. 25 and 25.
Yep, there we go. That's sent to us by our good friend Steelfeather, and I believe this is $10 or $15. Check the tracker. It's going to have all that information you need on it. Getting back to a little bit of Zelda stuff, we have this beautiful Ocarina of Time cross-stitch. Link playing the ocarina.
That's a cross-stitch?
That's a cross-stitch, yeah, I know. We got to zoom in to actually see the individual stitches in there.
That detail's amazing.
This thing is absolutely beautiful. Huge fan of it. Super cool prize right there. And, you know, last but not least, here in the center of the table, from our good friend Joyce Thor, we have an absolutely amazing little sculpture of Link as he's depicted in the instruction manual of The Legend of Zelda. Guys, have you guys had a chance to look at this?
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, I gotta make sure to show him off to you. I want your impressions on him. Now, I mean, he's a little more decked out than you guys probably were at the end of that low percent race. But I mean, you can see he's got the sword, he's got the ladder, we got a bow, we got the rod, you got the raft on the back there.
I appreciate the most accurate representation of what Link would actually look like with all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised he can move, frankly. But seriously, the level of detail in this piece is
That's really cool.
It's so good.
Boomerang in the back.
He's even on like a little grassy triangle base. Yeah, it's so amazing. Joyce Thor does such amazing work, and this is, I believe, a $40 donation. Guys, it's worth it. It took him like 250 man hours or something to sculpt that, paint that, craft that entirely by hand. So remember, that's going to be from now until the end of Dead Core. Get your donations in. And as always, you can head over to the gamesdonequick.com. Check out the tracker. It's going to have all the information you need on prizes, incentives, and other fun upcoming stuff you can put your donations towards. So Spike, as always, thank you so much for having me, man.
Thank you for having me. With that, guys, that was awesome. We got to see Legend of Zelda low percent. We're going to send you up for yet another Zelda game. We're going to have Oracle of Seasons. First time we've had it here in 4 years. Make sure to enjoy, guys. Have a good day.
All right, we're going to play a quick Twitch ad, so stick with us.